Previously on Rodney Roller Raw.
It's kind of inspirational to watch him go through what he goes through in the gym and still hold up his end of the bargain.
Where are you, Dad? Mommy's calling you.
He always makes time for his family, and his family's always been first. Like, this is definitely a secondary thing.
Push!
Everything I do it with the purpose of winning.
I want to solidify everything I've done in the industry so far. I'm not going to be saying, yeah, I worked out in the gym, I did a couple of shows. No, I'm an IFBB pro that will always stay with you no matter what.
Rodney Roller Raw is made possible by Zero Limits. Go to getxl.com and check out the full line of Zero Limits bodybuilding supplements and get huge today.
I was a very aggressive kid. My mother always said I had a little crazy spark in me as a kid. Anything that challenged me as a kid, I was always up for. I loved a challenge. You know, I was always a natural athlete. It came very easy to me. The first year I played football, I led the conference in rushing in like 7th grade. You know, like, I don't know, 15 touchdowns, I don't know how many yards rushing. I jumped in my first show at Colonial States at 18 years old and took second in the show, my very first show, middleweight. And then my second show, I won light heavyweight and overall, so it came very easy.
The quest for a pro card is a fairly recent development in Rodney's career. For much of his adult life, Rodney was content to just be a bodybuilder who sometimes competed. He never really took it too seriously.
Bodybuilding's really been part-time up until I met Oscar and decided to take this to a whole nother level. This is the first time in my life I'm going to commit myself to something that I don't know what I'm in for. You know, I've never really committed to bodybuilding the way that I've, you know, if I did, probably would have been a pro a long time ago.
This goal I know means a lot to him. Not many times in our lives do we get a chance as we get older in our lives to pursue a goal that we were so passionate for when we were younger.
Let's go. Come on, get this. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Up. Come on.
I've never had a coach really. You know, trial and error, what I've done. So everything I've done pretty much has been just trial and error, and a little bit I've learned through some very, you know, good friends of mine who are, you know, professionals or very good trainers.
For me, part of this that I like is the challenge. The challenge to take an individual such as Rodney and assist him in reaching this goal, knowing that he's willing to give it 100%.
Although in all of my other documentaries I like to keep the commercial aspects separate from the story, for Rodney Roller Raw, that was impossible. Because it was his Zero Limits sponsorship that was the catalyst for all that was to follow. Sponsorship is usually a combination of success on stage, outgoing personality, salesmanship, and the ability to represent all of the positive attributes of the brand. Although he didn't yet have the kind of contest success that he wanted, Rodney was perfect for Zero Limits. He epitomized the hardcore gym bodybuilder who reflected exactly what Zero Limits was all about. And Zero Limits was perfect for Rodney. His sponsorship gave him the opportunity to pursue a goal at a time in life that most people would be thinking about hanging it up.
When I met with Oscar in January of last year, he said, you know, Rodney, the only thing I'm going to tell you is if you got to be 100% honest with me, that you're going to eat your meals.
You know, right now, you know, 8 weeks away, your diet is crucial. You know, you cannot miss one meal. You got to stay on point. 6 meals a day, every single day, whether you like it or not. You got to build that discipline and that consistency. You know, whether you feel like eating, and eventually your body will kick up, your metabolism will increase, you start looking better, and you start looking forward to the meals, and those portions are going to increase.
To submit to a trainer means to surrender. To truly give oneself over to a trainer means letting go, following orders with blind obedience.
Gotcha. We're going to get 15 here, and 15 or 20 here.
The comfortable methods and practices of the past must be set aside in favor of a new way.
12, 13, 14.
As I explained in part 1, these low-weight, high-rep sets are very different from Rodney's normal training methods, and as you can see, brutally painful.
You know, I train hard. You've seen some of my videos probably. And I train really hard, but when someone sees that you might have another 5 reps, that you might have another couple reps, you know, they make you dig a little deeper. It's tough.
Do your best. Give me half. Let's go. Now stop. There you go.
It's a difficult transition for many to make. Doubts creep in, questions, and always there is the temptation to do things the old way, the familiar way.
You see, when you stop at 15, and I push you to get those 5 extra ones, that's where the improvement comes in, right in those 5 reps. Because you could easily stop at 15 and call it a day. But those extra 5 reps is the one that calls for the extra muscle fibers to come in. And that's what's going to make the difference on stage when you're doing quarter turns. To have that extra fullness and runs in your shoulders. Come on!
A good trainer knows when to push and when to back off. Oscar has had much experience at this, and he can tell when someone isn't giving his all. He knows just how hard to push Rodney. And then he pushes him some more.
Come on, let's go. 5, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Excellent. Good job, man.
He really wants to do this. He's already changed his nutrition. He's open, to the things that he needs to do to achieve this goal. He's surrendering to whatever needs to happen.
You're competing to get a pro card, so other people, they want this as much as you, and they're willing to go through whatever pain, whatever uncomfortableness to get to that, It's not just you, there's a lot of people that want it too. Why would the judges give it to you? Because you gotta want it the most. You gotta push yourself even when nobody's looking. When you get up in the morning, get on that treadmill, get on the bike, get on the Stairmaster, eat on time. It's the things that you do when nobody's looking that makes you a champion, right?
Exactly.
The next time I meet with Rodney and Rob, the North Americans are less than 2 months away. In the final 8 weeks, everything gets kicked up into high gear, especially the diet. Today, the guys are hitting chest, starting with classic old-school bench presses.
The weights tend to get a little heavier the lighter I get. I'm at 238 right now. So I still got a little bit of power left, but we'll see. I'm about 3 pounds for where I start to go downhill on my power, so I should be okay. Once I get under 235, it starts to go.
Because we are taping today, Rodney decides to indulge himself and work up to one heavy single bench press for the camera. Oscar is not here with us. If he were, I am sure he would not have approved of Rodney trying to go for a max. At this point, Oscar's routine for Rodney is exclusively high-volume sets. But training like that can be frustrating for someone like Rod, who prides himself on his raw strength. Rodney is well known for his strength. Here he is in a popular YouTube video, benching 585 pounds. His ability to move this kind of weight is one of his defining characteristics. Fully warmed up, Rodney is ready for his max. A couple of spotters are drafted to help. But something goes wrong. One of the spotters is a little inexperienced or overeager, and he throws the weight off balance. A slip like this is dangerous. If he hurts himself, it could jeopardize everything that Rodney has worked for and ruin his chances for the contest. The spotter mistake clearly got into his head, but I think there is more than that going on here. As Rodney gets deeper into his prep, as calories are restricted and carbs withheld, strength diminishes. The question now becomes, has Rodney hurt himself and his chances for a pro card? And more importantly, will he be able to suppress his urge to be a strongman until after the North Americans? The second try is not much better. In fact, it looks like he has tweaked something. Not a full-blown tear or a pull, but still, it necessitates an alteration of his plan for the workout. He abandons the straight bar and opts to finish off with lighter dumbbells, being mindful of an old injury which he may have reawakened.
Gonna do some sissy weight for Mr. Muscle and Fitness cover model. I'm not injured. I'm just smart. I've been training for 27 years. I know when something in my body, you gotta listen to your body. My body's telling me, be careful. So that's how I stayed injury-free for 27 years. I've never hurt any real injury.
It is the trade-off that every bodybuilder must face. In order to look a certain way, a sacrifice must be made. Brute strength diminishes in order to produce a desired appearance. A compromise like this is difficult for someone like Rodney Raw Power Roller to bear. Next time on Rodney Roller Raw, his preparation nearly complete, Rodney trains with a special guest. And we travel to Cleveland for the final ordeal, the nerve-wracking process of getting ready for the stage. Where have all the good testosterone products gone? All bodybuilders know that testosterone is the key master hormone for anabolic muscle growth. Unfortunately, many of your favorite testosterone products are no longer available, except for one, Novatest, the last one standing. Extra Strength Novatest is a new bioengineered anti-aromatase testosterone maximizer from Zero Limits.
I've been using Novatest since the inception of it when it first came out. And the anti-aromatase in there also, it keeps your estrogen down so you wouldn't be holding water through your contest prep too.
trimethylflavone complex, bioengineered anti-aromatase quick-tech transmucosal delivery system.
Now that I'm retired from bodybuilding, I really need something that's going to increase my testosterone levels so I can get the most out of my training and my diet. Novatest was it for me. As soon as I tried it, I felt the results. The pumps were better, had more energy, all the things you expect from Test.
I usually take it about twice a day, right in the morning before my workout and at nighttime before I go to bed. They're dissolving pills, you put them underneath your tongue. You can feel the energy instantly, you can feel the stamina, I can feel the strength almost instantly.
You know, in the pro hormone department, we've been pulled because they're not natural. They had some, pro steroids they call them. This is 100% legal and it 100% works.
Novatest is the last one standing. Our testosterone breakthrough is here to stay. Get instant notification about all my video projects by subscribing to my YouTube page or by becoming a Mike Pulcinella Facebook friend.